So now we're looking at drawing regions given the inequality. So we have the inequality y is less than 4. So we actually plot the graph of y equal to 4 and then worry about the inequality sign after. So if we're plotting the graph of y equals 4, then we know it's going to cross at y is 4. So on the y-axis we find 4, so it has to cross at that point. So given that the symbol is a less than, not an equal to, I just need to do a dotted line all the way across, or a dashed line. Doesn't matter whether it's dotted or dashed as long as it's clear. And then I can shade my region. So y is less than 4. So we need y values that are less than 4. So 3, 2, 1 are all less than 4. So we must shade this region below. Okay, and if you are unsure, if the question asks you to label it with a region R, then you just put the R in that region. Moving on, we have two inequalities to satisfy this time. So we plot the graphs of x is equal to 1 and y is equal to -3. So x equals 1 goes through this point here. It's got an equal to, so it's a solid line. And I need x is greater than or equal to 1. Well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are all greater than. So here is the bit I'm interested in. Now I need y equals -3. Well, -3 is here on the y-axis. Because it's just a less than, I need a dotted line or a dashed line. So I need to do a dotted or dashed line. And we need y is less than -3. So all of these values are less than -3. But this region, this part, we've already eliminated. We've only accepted this part. So it needs to be below this dotted line and to the right of this solid line. So the only bit that is fully shaded is this bit in the bottom right hand corner, which we can write the letter R in to show that that is our region. Next, we need to draw the region which satisfies the inequality y is greater than 2x plus 3. So we need to draw the graph of y equals 2x plus 3. Now, if you remember, we need to use a table of values. So we've got x and y. So we usually go from -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 is easiest. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 3 is 7. And 2 times 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So 9, 7, 5, 3. 2 times -1 is -2, add 3 is 1. 2 times -2 is -4, add 3 is -1. And 2 times -3 is -6, add 3 is -3. So we can plot that graph. Okay, so we've got 0, 3. And we've got 1, 5. These don't fit on the graph for 2 and 3. So -1, 1. -2, -1. -3, -3. And then we look back at our symbol and it's a greater than. It's not got an equal to, so we need to do a dotted line. And after we've done our dotted line, we need to think about whether we need to shade above or below. So let's pick a coordinate above. So let's pick a positive one, so 0, 4. So we'll see if that satisfies the inequality. So this is the x part, this is the y part. We have y is greater than 2x plus 3. So y is 4 greater than 2 times x, so 0 plus 3. 4 is greater than 3, which is correct. So 0, 4 must be in our region. So 0, 4, this must be in our region. So we shade this part. And if they ask us to write R in our region, then that is the region we are looking at. And finally, it's asking us to draw two inequalities again. So we've got y equals -3x plus 2 and x equals 1. So So I'm going to look at x equals 1 first. So obviously that means it crosses the x-axis at 1. So it needs to go through that point there. We've got a greater than, so it's a dotted line, not a solid line. So dotted line. Okay, x is greater than 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are all greater than 1. So this part I'm going to lightly shade because that's not my final answer. Okay, now I need to plot the graph of y equals negative 3x plus 2. So again, a table of values, so x and y. Negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Negative 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3, plus 2 is negative 1. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, plus 2 is negative 4. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9, plus 2 is negative 7. Negative 3 times negative 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Negative 3 times negative 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. So let's plot those coordinates. So 0, 2, 1, negative 1, 2, negative 4, 3, negative 7 doesn't fit, negative 1, 5. And because we had a less than or equal to symbol, we know it's a solid line. Okay, and then we need to think about whether we shade to the left or to the right of that line. So we pick a coordinate. I'm going to pick 2, 2. Let's just pick 2, 2, 2, 2. So that's x, that's y. So y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 2. So y is 2, less than or equal to negative 3 times 2, this x over here. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, plus 2 is negative 4. 2 is less than or equal to negative 4. That is wrong. That is incorrect. Okay, so we know that 2, 2 is not our region. Okay, so let's try below the line instead. So let's pick 0, 0. So for the point 0, 0, we have x and y. Y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 2. 0 is less than or equal to 0 plus 2 is 2. That is correct. So we know 0, 0 is the correct region. So we're looking at the left side of the line. But the only part that would have been shaded twice, so we need to be this side of the dotted line, but also below the solid line. So it must be this small triangle here, which is our region.